Atmosphere was nice. First time in South Africa, so it was really, really nice. Everything was a blast, to be honest.
Yeah, it was just a few weeks after the show had ended.
A few weeks? It felt like a long time.
Was there anyone you saw there who you hadn't seen since the show ended?
Since the show? No, honestly. No. I've seen everybody individually, probably.
How was it being in the same space again with Kali?
I mean, we have spoken after the show, right? Yeah. So seeing there wasn't anything different.
Very short answer. How was it seeing her again? In sort of, I mean, I know you had seen her after that, but having to spend time again extensively with her, what was it like?
It wasn't any different, to be honest. It was just like spending time with any other housemate. It was good.
Was it awkward being in the same space with her and Dotsu and Deji?
Oh, not at all.
How was that resolved?
For me, it's like a long time ago. It's another lifetime, to be very honest. Yeah, so forward ever.
Yeah. So was it awkward?
I mean, like you said,
yeah.
I don't. All honesty, at first it probably was, but I believe there was.
Had you seen him before Cape Town?
Yeah, of course we had seen. The crazy thing is that we had seen like almost the week that I got out of the hotel. So we definitely saw, and as guys, we spoke about it, and we had an understanding. It was not anything so deep like that. Yeah.
Chichi, how was Cape Town?
Cape Town was awesome.
But that's not what I heard. Really? I did hear that you did fall out with your other housemates when you were there. Who did you fall out with that we need to know about, maybe?
Let me quickly correct that. I didn't fall out with so many housemates.
Just a few.
The only person I had issues with was Deji.
Deji's gonna be here somehow in subsequent episodes. But I just wanted to know about Cape Town first before we go into the history.
I think the history of the house led to Cape Town.
Cape Town.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I wanted to start
from
the
So you're saying
roots.
it's only Deji that you had an issue with in Cape Town?
I didn't really have any issues with any house.
With anybody else? Chums, is that true?
What? I don't know. Chichi, how will I know if she had issues with all the houses?
Why won't you know? Are you her friend? Would you call yourself a friend?
It's just Deji that...
Would you call yourself a friend? How was Cape Town?
Yeah, Cape Town was cold.
Did you almost miss your flight?
Did I? I think so.
Why? What happened? What were you doing the night before? What time was the flight? What time was the flight, Brian?
What's I did? There were separate batches, I think. Did we fly together?
Was it?
Nothing.
Christy O.
Hi.
So, was there anything you observed about Cape Town and the dynamics here that stood out for you?
Yes.
Which one? Or what exactly?
Like, everybody would be gathered here. The next thing you're seeing to is flying, and you're like...
Give me just one example.
Like Elo Swag. Okay. Elo Swag would say, use your art. And I'm like, okay.
I saw that.
You saw it, right? And I'm like...
What prompted that?
Exactly. I don't know. And I think the following day when I said this, I think it was about Adekunle.
Wait, like, so that, let's get the story. What did Adekunle do?
Adekunle tweeted something. According to him, it was a link.
Hold on. What was the link he tweeted?
It was a newsletter.
About what? Your events in Cape Town?
Yes, your events in Cape Town. It was everything.
Okay. Go on.
So when I saw it, and then the next thing I'm seeing Elo Swag trending, I'm like, what is Swag do?
What did you see that made you tweet that?
What I saw was going live. Right? It's not by going live or something like that. That line, I'm like,
Okay, so he was talking about the fact that you guys go live too much.
They go live, but they don't leave their lives or something like that. So I was like,
did you ask him about it?
No, I just felt like, let him just use the add button. Let him just talk to the people there.
Did you ever ask him about it?
It wasn't a necessary beef or anything. It was just, okay, use the app.
How did you feel about his tweet?
I didn't know he was talking about me.
You didn't see the...
I didn't know it was about me because I wasn't taking a swipe of him. The live part was to my fans. So he never always asking me to go live, and I'm like, something about it's not about living, going on live. Some of us want to live it.
Who were you talking about?
My fans, me.
Okay.
They were asking me to always go live. So the newsletter, I sent it to my fans. But apparently some other people have subscribed to my newsletter, so they took screenshots, put it on the internet, and created a narrative out of it.
Even when you won that, like the whole head of our speed, or like, oh, Bob, down to
Not all big well like spams. People have fun.
Still sticking with you now. Right. I think another thing that came out of Cape Town was this thing about a brand of tequila.
Yeah.
That was quite interesting with you and
Azu.
Shex.
Yeah.
Where did it start from? I don't know who knows where it started from, but I know it was about Adekunle and Shex. So let me start with you, Shex. What was it about that situation? What exactly happened?
Obviously, we've acknowledged that he wrote a newsletter. I think in his newsletter, he basically said, everything that your faves are doing is sponsored by Pepsi.
Why did you feel it was about you, that line?
Because we were all doing our own things. Like, let's say, Doyen and her friends were going out, Groovy and Fina were going out, Bella and I were going out. Like, everybody was doing their own thing. And obviously, your fans would be like, mad, you're giving them this, you're giving them that. I don't need to act like I have so much money, but bro, I'm not being sponsored. This is coming out of my pocket.
So what was your reaction to that?
I basically tweeted that, me by the Azu.
I saw that.
Why are you saying this? Like, I was in the club, I bought this just to have fun with my friends. It wasn't even on a low key. I promise you, Ibuka, like, anyone that's honest will tell you it was on a low key. It wasn't even a PR. I didn't know that somebody was on live trying to like record it. I was just having fun.
So now that sounds like shit. Because if I say everything your fave is doing is sponsored by Pepsi, it literally means nobody here is flexing without money that was given to them. Right? Mm-hmm. So what was the intention in that?
The beautiful thing, right? He just said it was very low key, which means a lot of people didn't know. I didn't know there was an Azul situation until the next day.
Were you in the club?
Yeah, I was in the club, and I'm actually going there.
Were you all together?
No, that's where I was going to. If we're going to be very honest with each other, we weren't in the same section in the club. So I didn't know anything that was going on at the other side of the club. And I think I was part of the first set of people to leave the club. So when I put out the newsletter and I saw the Azul issue, honestly, I was confused because I didn't even know there was an Azul situation.
So when you saw the reaction to it, what did you think? Because, I mean, everybody can't be wrong, right?
Yeah.
It seemed to everybody, and even I guess some of the housemates, that you were throwing shade at people.
Right.
Elo cut his stray bullets, Shex cut his own. It was like you were literally directing things at people. That's what it looked like.
Yeah, but at the back of my mind.
So when you saw the reaction to your newsletter, what did you think?
I couldn't make sense of it because I wasn't talking to anybody.
No, but apparently you said some shots.
Which
got
one?
some people in the newsletter.
No, but you know the issue. Can I be fair, right?
Yeah.
The issue that I have with this whole newsletter drama is it happened last year in another country. This is almost a year after, and it's coming back again. We were all in the same environment. Christy O was the only person that came to me to ask me, Alpha, like, what's up with the newsletter?
That's a fair point,
right?
Hey, because that was a very clear shade.
At who now?
I don't know.
Everybody.
Most people.
Okay.
So Azul was ruling at that point, and that's one thing about internet. I don't know how they got to know that Shex ordered Azul. Who ordered Azul? Who ordered Azul? Stay reading. So the next day he dropped it. I wish we could even like read it on the screen now. It was a shade. So he tried to.
But he just said he wasn't there in the same section as Shex.
Hey, because it
And he
was
didn't
all over
know.
internet.
So is it possible you don't believe his story?
It was all over the internet.
So you don't believe
Everybody
the story?
knew about that Azul.
Yeah.
Everyone knew about that Azul.
So like he just said now, there's 28 of you guys. Only Christy O came to say, what the hell was that about? You think nobody did that?
Okay, but he went on the internet to say something. Why didn't he come to us to tell us before he went on the internet to say it?
Yeah.
I feel like what he did on the internet, people will reply on the internet as well.
Out of all this, the one thing that hurts me the most about this newsletter saga is people genuinely didn't read it. Because at the tail end, I genuinely put like level 1, I'm proud of you guys. I wish you guys well. Level 2, I can't wait. Like, I'm not afraid of anybody here. If I want to say anything, if I want to use my art, I will use my art. If I want to sub anybody, I will sub you directly and nothing will happen. Generally, there was a whole lot going with me. In retrospect, looking back, yes, it may have looked like, I was coming for people directly, but I promise you that wasn't the intent.
In conclusion, I mean, if 3 people catch a stray bullet, I can see how it looks like shit.
I can see it, so I'm not.
But on the flip side, I also think if someone does something you feel hits you, why not confront the person instead of making it a whole thing? That was a big dynamic when the levels were still separate. And it was one of those moments viewers used to wait for. Saif and Doyen, they meet on a Saturday and, the whispers and the kisses and all of that. Now, what was that for you at the time?
At the time, I mean, I was really attracted to his confidence. Confidence is a very big thing for me. And I think Big Brother he corrected Big Brother because Big Brother pronounced his name the wrong way. So I really liked it. And I was like, oh, who's this guy, right? And then I spoke to him, I think, I greeted him once when we were leaving the arena. And it was very pleasant, right? And then we met again at the party. And my first impression of him was, confident and mature. And that is what I would go for.
Because you also seemed heartbroken when he left.
Yes.
What was that, especially the things you said to Deji about him?
At the time, I don't even know what I was thinking. It was very low of me to make such comments. Because I can imagine how hurt he would have been. I think I talked down on his physical looks, and I apologize for that. So I'm really sorry, and I apologize to him.
How about first apology of the
Shout out Dwayne.
Why were you not bonding with your level guy?
Ebuka, honestly, I don't even know the answer to that question. I just think...
Sorry to cut you off. Because now I always like to look at these things from the perspective of those of us who were watching. And there's always this talk about everybody can be wrong. And there were more people who thought that way in that level than those who agreed with you. So did you think it was something you were doing wrong?
No, I don't think I did anything wrong. I think I just have a different approach towards competition in general. It's not even about the house. But I also realized that a lot of people that I was in the same house with didn't have the same mindset towards competing, right? For me, I feel like we should compete and put all our energy in our tasks. I felt like my housemates at the time were being very personal about the competition, and I wasn't comfortable with that.
Brian. I think it was the second week. He started talking about Diana.
Oh, yeah.
Who was in a different level.
Yeah.
And, you were like, oh, I didn't care about her age. The next party, I must show her. What was it about Diana?
So to be very honest, man, I don't take things to heart a lot. I just joke around. I joke around too much, maybe. So that's just me. That's just my way of catching cruise.
You can't tell me you were joking.
Right, we're not joking.
I wasn't joking. Nobody really wants to talk now. You talked about Diana quite a bit.
My mama told me.
In fact, I was looking for... A lot of us were waiting for Saturday because you were saying, man, this girl.
Well, still, man. Still. I would say that, that's once again, if you get to know me, you understand that, really.
So it was cruise, you're saying?
Yeah, it was cruise, man. It was just, but honestly, she's a beautiful lady now. Come on, look at me again. She's a fine girl now. She's a fine girl.
So you didn't mind if something could have happened?
Yeah, I didn't mind anything.
Did you know at the time that your guy was kind of gay?
I didn't know. I didn't know it was the merge that showed me things.
All right, so Amaka, did you know, first of all, that Diana had anything going on with PewDiePie?
Well, at the time, I didn't know.
She didn't tell you?
No, she said he was his friend.
So you felt like you were being, you could trust her to do whatever it was you wanted at the time, to hook up?
At the time, without enough information, I fancied him. Because I'm not in his house to know. And sometimes I can be very impulsive, so I don't think I put a lot of thought into that.
Yeah.
She said nothing was happening, right?
Did you ask her clearly if she had anything?
I asked her twice. And I want to believe that nothing was happening because she still kept on saying that nothing was happening, even after the show, even outside the house. So she's a grown woman. She would not keep on saying something like that. And she's my friend, so I would believe her.
Yeah.
Nothing was happening.
You saw the garden situation. After seeing that, did you still think Diana felt nothing for Gidifire?
I saw her getting mad with Rachel over Gidifire.
So what did you think about it?
And I asked her, and she was like, she did not give me an answer. I don't know about the situation. I think it died in their house. So I did not get any good feedback. All I kept hearing is from people, oh, this person comes to tell me, oh, these people, they're an item. But from her, the person that wears the shoe, she tells me there is nothing. Who am I to say there's something? But all I know is that he was he was entertaining the whole thing. And not behind Diana, but in front of Diana. So I really don't know what was going on.
I didn't see nothing coming, at all. I'm not here to blame anybody to say that I didn't see it. I said I reached when I found out. Because the way you come out after, this thing, they look good at all. I want you to, for lockdown, we spoke. Some people, they spoke, they said they go evict each other, they will nominate them. Me and you, we spoke. We said we never quarrel with for a guy, yes or no.
Diana.
Yes, Amaka.
I will not quarrel with you because of a guy, even if we spoke about it or we did not speak about it. Listen to me. And even if you had said, I told you about Eluswag, I told you about this, I told you about that. Remember, I said here that the initial strategy I came with is that I was going to be a player.
That's why I allow you.
So,
because when she came to me, I was so mad with Gidifaya that nobody, even my neighbor, she would have come and said she wants Gidifaya, I would have said no. Regarding I knew that it was her game. Who am I to come and spoil her game? I know her. I know him.
Yeah.
Two very strong and hearty people, like character. He no go nowhere. He cannot work. It's impossible. We were cool. Like we were.
He said he's not cool. He didn't say cool. He said you guys had something.
We were cool, Gidifaya. Let me clarify. Let's say the
when you introduced. Wait. When I introduced Amaka,
nothing. Like for me, it was like more like a bestie.
But that's not what he said.
And I told him, and he knew because. For me, because I always told him, I said the age difference. Don't be that I don't want to. I say I can't because of the age difference. So the age mate, make it go. That is what how the thing happened. But now for me to look as if like I went behind, it's not my type.